Sometimes I get the feeling the more that I know, the more the pain starts to grow. And then it starts to feel like I'm losing control with every new thing I know. I'm driving 85, I'm seeing double lines, and I'm afraid I might lose my hope. Wish I was never told, was heavy on my soul. Well, every moment I'm getting cold. It is heavy. How you pray, get me out of this. Just an echo. Give me mindless bliss. Sometimes I get the feeling the more that I know, the more the pain starts to grow. And then it starts to feel like I'm losing control with every new thing I know. Always staying up to the sunrise. I can barely even close my eyes. All I'm looking for is a good night, just for one night, just for one night. But I am wide awake, surviving day to day. I'm half alive in my own way. And I am struggling with all I'm carrying. When you know everything in reality fades away. It's heavy. How you pray, get me out of this. Just an echo. Give me mindless bliss. Sometimes I get the feeling the more that I know, the more the pain starts to grow. And then it starts to feel like I'm losing control with every new thing I know. Always staying up to the sunrise. I can barely even close my eyes. All I'm looking for is a good night, just for one night, just for one night. Sometimes I get the feeling the more that I know, the more that I know, the pain it grows. Then it starts to feel like I'm losing control with every new thing.
Testing. I am so just right. Okay, yeah, we need to fix this. Okay, first off, we're gonna fix some stuff. I'm just testing it, right? I think I got the chat box to work, but I also may have not. And that just says text. Yeah, okay. But I think I can only fix it like while. Yeah, we live. Just fixing a chat box, and then we'll be ready to go. I think that's probably the best. Do. Watch, I'm gonna send like a really long message. It's just gonna go off the page, right? Don't mind me sending a real long message. See if it just wrecks my thing. Yeah, it does. Okay. Just don't send super long messages. You'll be fine. Right? Probably. I don't know. I don't think you can. Yeah. But I try to fix my chat boxes. I'll also fix it like when we get into, because I think I fixed it. I don't know. We'll see. That's always the thing. Where is it? I'm laggy. Hold on. There we go. You see the whole thing. And then I removed over there. So chat should work. Crossing fingers. podcast. Sorry, I'm doing this now. I had a test stream last night, which I deleted, so only people that were there can see. Haha. Those suckers. I'm turning the music down a bit more. I don't even know if it went through. Oh well, it's fine. Probably not a big issue. I got rid of this, so, you can't see it. I got rid of this over here. Yeah, Wilbur and Crime Boy. Which one do you want? All of them. The answer's all of them. Yeah, so we're just gonna assume that the text is popping up fine. Oh, fuck. It's because it's off. Idiot. Stupid me. No, it's down here. What the fuck? It's good enough. It's good enough. I'm just gonna leave it. Not gonna lie. Don't really care. I'll see it off the corner of my eye and be really mad at it. Yeah. Okay. So, first things first. This is cool and all, you know. We got Wilbur, and we got his guns, and we got his guitar, and we got his info. I don't know if anyone's paying attention, but I did do these. This is for YouTube crew that hasn't joined Discord. You should join Discord. I updated the link because people are telling me that it doesn't update, and I'm so sad every time. So, these are basically my world, but the SBI plus Rambo in my world. So this is like what they would be. No one knows about my world, so this is like completely foreign to anyone. So it's just something cool that I've done. Yeah, and I'm really liking them, and people seem to be liking them, so I'm doing it. Techno's a mender, which is like a fancy healer, but is also not a healer. Like, menders are scary. They're scary fuckers. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you might be like, oh, cute healer. Haha, that's what they want you to think. Like, they're demented children, and I'm okay with it. I'm not okay. Not okay with it, but I did make it. So, this is Techno. He'd be a gladiator. He's over here in, Atlantic? Atlantic Republic. They do gladiator stuff and everything. Cute. Yeah, so he's a healer, right? But he has, he basically has power, like, it's generally a healer, but, like, his subrace, right? In my world, right? His subrace is it basically is he teaches, like, he uses his mind to teach his body how to, like, repair it in different ways. So what he's done is he taught his body to repair, like, to heal faster, have higher reaction speed, but the downside is he needs more rest. So, but also heals quick, like real fast, like during battle, almost like he can't die. It's blood god shit, right? Maybe he's covered in blood, but he's healed, and you're like, wait, how are you still alive? Maybe he never dies. Maybe that's where the saying comes from. Who knows? So yeah, that's kind of the idea. And then I was trying to make him, like, have long hair and, like, kind of, like, still, like, regal without giving him ears, because there's no pigment in my world, guys. It's so hard. So yeah. And then I think I did cool with Phil, too. I think I also did cool with Wilbur, but, like, Wilbur, you're not gonna, like, notice as much because he's a human. But Phil, he's a world shifter, artifice, which is probably not the way you're supposed to pronounce that, but I don't care, man. And he has a power over emotions, but only to crows, which, like, on the outside looks like kind of stupid. You're like, why did you only can tell the emotion of crows? But it's kind of like his chat, right? So he can, like, feel the emotion of crows. Like, if there's danger coming, he can send out a feeling of danger, like scared, and all the crows can scatter away. Or if he wants them to, like, scout for him, he can send out a feeling of, hey, maybe we should feel alert. Like, he can do this, like, in his brain, right? So then he'll, like, it basically sends alertness, so then all the crows will kind of, like, scatter around, like, kind of, like, feeling and they can like send back signals. So if a bird over here, right? If this is like if the bird like over here and he's like here, like gets in danger, that bird can send back like a feeling of scared, so he kind of knows where danger is. I don't know. I feel like that's cool. I feel like that's a cool thing. And then Wilbur he's a human, but this is Dream SMP Wilbur and Dream SMP characters, right? Because I didn't want to do like their actual selves because I don't know them, but I kind of know their SMP characters, so this is all their SMP characters, right? And Wilbur's he's human, right? But he is cursed by the dragon Nortropus, and basically what that means is he's only cursed by him because he doesn't believe humanity like will exist. Like that, like Nortropus is like, it's like kind of like the curse of like he's lost faith in all of humanity. And basically Nortropus is the dragon of this is going into lore. This is going into my lore, right? So the dragons got locked away before Crater C was made, but right when humans got powers. I don't know if anyone's interested in lore, but anyways, so Nortropus is dragon of like prophecies and shit, and so he basically would have cursed Wilbur. Would have been like, hey, you're kind of like, how would you describe it? He just, so I'm thinking like during Pogtopia, right? So he'd be like, oh yes, Wilbur lost faith in humanity. He only believes in himself and what he's created, right? So Nortropus would curse him. The curse allows him to see parts of someone's like immediate future, and like that can change depending on like what actions, but whatever that current path line is, he can see. He is kind of shunned by all of humanity. If he goes to Aluna, which is a city, which is like a country, they'll try to kill him because they think that Aluna thinks they can control the only seers. And they don't like other seers being around if they're not from Aluna. They're kind of like a cult over there. Don't mind them, you know? Also, he goes into a nightmare realm and gets it's not tortured. Nortropus doesn't torture his seers as like Lujay or Drectana does, which are the two other dragons. But he does like, it's more mental instead of physical. It's really weird, and like they're kind of like, the whole point of the dragons is to get out of like the in-between realm. I'm changing the name because of Carl. God damn it, Carl. Why would you do this to me? I had it first. Why? I mean, it is like, I just was too lazy to change it. Come up with a cool name. It was in between, but yeah. In between, to be changed. The name's to be changed. I cannot call it in between anymore. God damn it. Cries. But yeah, so in between, the dragons are trying to like get out back into the real world, but the humans have locked them away, so they take these humans that don't want to be human anymore, and they trying to get them to release them. But Wilbur dies in an fiery explosion, and then techno, of course. But we're not doing them. We're doing Wilbur in Star Wars AU, in a different AU. What do you want? Nothing. That's what you want. Yeah. So we're doing Wilbur. If you got, I saw tons of people asking for like this recent speed paint, you know? I saw tons of people being like, how background, please do. I was like, oh my gosh. These people, they want me to do more backgrounds? Sign me up. A little known fact about me. It's actually not really known because not a lot of people like do much, right? But me, I love doing backgrounds with a burning passion. I will knock out a background as fast as you want. Give me a background, I'll do it. That's kind of why I gave background commissions. Like you can commission me for like backgrounds, and I'll do like backgrounds of like Minecraft worlds of shit and everything. But I just love backgrounds. So then whenever I get a chance to do a background, I always go like overboard. Also, in the speed paint, I had him with like a darker cloak, and I liked that, so we're doing that. The speed paint from, God, when was it? Like 2 weeks ago? 1 week ago? I don't know. We're gonna change that stripe, the colored stripe, to like the brown, and then we'll change his pants to the blue, because I like that more. Also, I'm trying to match his like dream SMP look. Yeah. Oh, what's another thing? I want to stream. I will probably stream later this week. Shelter 3, the one with elephants. I don't know if anyone knows about that game, but listen, Shelter 3 with elephants. I'd be down, man. Listen, I'm ready to get attached to my baby and then have it killed by lions or wolves. I'm ready. Are you ready? What are we gonna? I don't know what we're gonna name the child, but are you ready to? Honestly, it looks like if we're gonna have it killed by humans instead, which is sad, but like, yeah. But so, like, no one told me Shelter 3 came out, and I was like, what the fuck? Why would you do this to me? Why has no one told me these things? But yeah, I was like, I saw Shelter 3. Like, honestly, might just play Shelter 2. And just lose my baby Lynx. We get to name the baby. I don't know if we can name the baby elephant, but in the Shelter 2, we can name the baby Lynx. And I was like, oh my god, yes. I know how to survive, like, in the Lynx game without, like, losing any kits. But, like, if we streamed it, I'd be like, hey, where you want to go? I totally know where not to go to not to lose them, but you guys probably don't. I really like the Shelter games because they're really pretty. I like them mainly for their art style. I'm not gonna lie. They're very unique, like indie game sort of look. I also want to play Hades sometime because of the art style. I just want to play games for the art style. It'd be like that, you know? Oh, so this week, right? So there's no lore. There was no lore last week, which down with, right? Like, I was like, God damn it, where's my lore? I need this thing to survive. Help, please. And they're like, no lore yet, but soon. And I'm like, when soon? But they were like, soon you will have lore. Soon we will feed you. And I'm like, I'm still waiting for SBI on Techno's channel, please. I need food for anything. I'll take anything at this point. But I was like, okay, well, you know, they're gonna feed us at some point, so we're gonna be chilling. And then it's like Rambu and like Tubbo were talking about lore yesterday, and I was like, I'm hyped, man. Like, they're just like off the cusp, but like, what are we gonna do for lore? Are we lore? Tubbo can't write lore for himself, which is understandable. I'm gonna be honest. Like, putting that out in the, like, it's different, right? That if you like are writing for yourself versus like putting stuff out into the world, right? So, like, that's understandable. Like, you kind of feel stupid, especially if you're writing for yourself. You're like, ooh, this is stupid. Why am I saying this? I really just shouldn't be doing this. It's like, yeah. But that's part of the character. So I was like, don't write your like D&D lines, because then you're gonna be like, what the I'm so stupid. That was stupid. What the heck did I do? Alright. So, but I'm hyped for that. Rambo's story's gonna get dark. So, like, the new theory about the Syndicate, right, is, like, Quackity is Syndicate member, right? I think that's what everyone was like, yes, this is it. This is Quackity's the new Syndicate leader. But, like, I don't know. Quackity doesn't seem like he follows, like, the ideals of the Syndicate. Like, Quackity is actively trying to, like, he's controlling. Like, Quackity's really controlling, and the Syndicate's goal is, like, not to be controlling, so I don't think it wouldn't make sense for Quackity to be there. And then, so I don't think Quackity, my bet's still on Ponk. We're holding out. Ponk is gonna be the Syndicate member. That's my guess, and I'm holding it out for it. I'm holding out for that for the rest of the time, man. It's just stupid. It's like, what? Ah! I went a little crazy on the Discord last night, and I'm not gonna lie, but, like, also understandable. Might have also been me, but understandable. I found it very understandable. There's a lot of that stuff I would have just done on stream instead of, like, in the Discord, but whatever. I did it in the Discord instead. It's 2. Okay. For a second I was like, wait, what time is it? Also, Techno stream, so that was fun. Very glitchy. I just watched Phil's stream, to be honest. It was too glitchy for me. I can't deal with glitchy. Yeah. Okay. I want this to be blue. It gives it just a little bit more, like, character to it, right? Yeah, just a bit more character. Yeah. So, I was doing a thing, right? I was thinking about all the characters I wanted to do for, like, this AU, right? And I kind of want to do Quackity soon. I got a plot line kind of written out for Quackity. And listen, he has like a fighting ring. Like, he's like a mob boss, because I really love, like, Quackity being a mob boss. I think that'd be really fun. And that's kind of what he's doing in the Dream SMP, but I was like, I really just want that to be, like, how it is, right? But he's kind of like a mob boss, and I'm kind of in love with it. And then, like, in this, I made him a mob boss too, because I was like, again, kind of in love with it, not gonna lie. I'm just picking a right brown, because that's a little dark for me, not gonna lie. Okay, that's better. That's a better brown. That's a better brown, not gonna lie. So. Yeah. So, I made him a mob boss, and then I made him, like, like, Sam owes him. And, like, so, if you guys are down, I'm just gonna run through one of my thought processes for that. I don't know if anyone's interested in that, because that's, like, way down the story. It's basically when I introduce Rambo, which is gonna be super far down the line. But it's there. It's, like, after Tubbo gets his lightsaber. Which, if you don't know, I've made Tubbo really opposed to getting a lightsaber. So, him, like, it's so far down that he has a lightsaber is, like, really far down. But I'll just tell it, because who knows, maybe I just won't get to it, and then you guys will never know. But so it's like Tubbo gets, like, somehow Tubbo gets, like, in a room with, like, Quackity and people, right? It's like Quackity and a couple other, like, guys. I think I'll have, like, Carl, like, the feral kids. Everyone who's not in the dream team but are feral, like, isn't it just Quackity and Carl? I think it's just Quackity and Carl. Quackity and Carl, and then, like, Mr. Beast people, I think. Or maybe not. I'm not quite sure who falls there yet. But, like, think of, like, that kind of feeling, right? And, right, so we get that kind of feeling in there. And then I'm coloring, so my brain goes burr. And Sam has to, like, to pay off his debt with Quackity or something. I'm not quite sure how. But Sam's there, and, like, Sam basically turns it over Tubbo to them. In the thought experiment, right? Sam turns over Tubbo to Quackity, and is like, does this work? And Quackity's like, yeah. And then he, like, blackmails Tubbo into getting into the arena to fight his champion. Because he knows that Techno and him and Tubbo are Jedi, and he's like, I can sell you that info to the Empire, and they'll come after you. I know where you guys lurk. I could sell that. And, like, Tubbo's like, shit, gotta fucking fight in the arena now. Goes and fights in the arena. It's Rambu. He's fighting Rambu, and then, like, then the Elytra shows up, which is Phil's ship, of course. Elytra shows up and saves them, but like, Tubbo's like, hey, I'm not leaving without this random child that I found that's scared out of his mind and also tried to kill me. So then they're stuck with the Rambu for a bit. And that's where, like, I'll start playing around with, like, Tommy and Rambu, and then, I also have something planned off for, like, when they go to Dathomir. I want to take them to Dathomir and be like, they're gonna just, like, Rambu's trying to figure out more about himself. So he goes to Dathomir, and instead of fighting more about himself, he just finds, like, Night Sisters, which are not a fun time. Not gonna lie, not a fun time. Night Sisters, no fun. 0 out of 10, not fun. Wouldn't go again. Wouldn't do again. Bad time. Right? Zombie witches trying to eat your soul. No fun. Not gonna lie. But, and then I have a basic storyboard planned out for that. That's another, like, there's a couple things where I wouldn't do a speed paint for it. I would literally just do a storyboard and put all my time of the week into making a storyboard instead of, like, a speed paint as well. We actually have one of those coming up. Not this episode, but the next episode after that. Basically when when Techno's like, hey, join our crew forever? And Wilbur's like, maybe I will. Maybe I'm just chaotic enough where I will and don't have a home, so this might be my only home. Maybe I will. This is a spoiler. Hello, how are you? Oh, I just went real kitty. Hello, how are you? I chat about Star Wars. I chat about how I can't draw fingers to save my life. I'm talking about for future plans and everything. So yeah. I talk about how I gave up on drawing hands like that and just leave them forever and don't go back and draw them when I have reference images. Nope, of course not. Why would I do that? Nope. No. Totally not just randomly abandoning hands to do something else instead because I can't draw them. No, why would you ever think that? Nope, not me. Not me. Oh. Good, what about you? Yay! I'm doing great. Discord yelled at me again last night for staying up till 2, but you know, what are you gonna do? This is just how it is. Just ski over here, making sure that, that we're on the same time zone and that we're both not going to bed till 2 until we have to yell at each other. But you know, what are you gonna do? Nothing. You're gonna just be like, yes, Ski. I will go to bed. Of course I will. No sarcasm here. What are you talking about? No. Ski, please. Ski, please. Please don't. And then one of my mods this morning was like, oh my god, you guys are up at 2? And I'm like, I know for a fact you go to bed at 9. Shut up. And they're like, shut up, Bing. I know for a fact you're early bird mod. Get over yourself. And he's like, nah, okay, goodbye. No, you know, as you do. I'm sorry, I'm a night owl. But Ski's also awake at that time, so what are you gonna do? No, I decided to wait until I can figure out how to do it on my phone. Like, have the chat up on my phone. There's gotta be, like, an app for that, right? Like, there's probably an app for that. Right? I'm not the only one that tries to multi-stream on my phone, right? Right? Like, there gotta be an app for that. Hopefully? No, I'm gonna see if I can get an app for that first. Because I really do want to see both chats at the same time. Even though, like, no one's gonna hang in the Twitch one. I still want to, like, see it in case someone, like, comes in as, like, racist or shit. So that I can just, like, ban them real fast. Because even if there's one person in my chat, if they're racist or doing slurs, we're banning them. I don't care. You know? Like, I don't want you. Get out. Yeah. And I don't know if my mods, like, a lot of my, like, I know Static stays here a lot, but Static usually just draws while doing it, and he just listens and, like, comes in if I need help, but, like, he draws while listening, so he's not really paying attention, and I think Piffin likes interacting with you guys, so, and I don't want to take that away from him, you know? So, I want to see if I can figure this out before I, like, can do anything. I just drew this horde like 5 times. So I'm not doing it again. Oh my gosh. Okay. How did I do the hair on this side? Okay. Watch there not be an app and I'm just gonna have to like really just scuff stream. And I'm like, yep. Yep, no questions asked. You're just gonna have to deal with it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cheat. Art. All about cheating. If you're not cheating, what are you doing with your life? Whoops. I just want to grab this head real fast. Don't mind me. Gonna take your head. Look. Wilbur, don't mind me. I'm just snacking your head. And then I'm gonna flip it. So I got the hair silhouette. And we're going to erase the insides. Any other context, and this would be a weird sentence. But luckily, for all of you, you have the context. It's not as weird of a sentence. Yeah. Cheating with art. What else do you want from me? Nothing. You don't want anything. Because cheating with art is what we all strive for. There we go. There's a nice thing. That's a nice thing. Genius! Don't have to draw the stupid hair again. This would be a pain to do if I was actually animating it. Thank God I'm not. Okay. That's why it's like 3D model. So you don't have to draw it 20 billion times. And you save the sanity of your animators. Animators over here like, please save my sanity, but also give me job. Please, thank you. Please do not do complex design, but also, give me job, please. Yeah. So anyways, I want to introduce Rambo, and I want to introduce Quackity and everything, but, like, they're so further down the line, and I have to introduce, like, Tubbo and Tommy first, and get, like, the couple of their story arcs started. I also wrote a scene out for Nikki and Techno in this AU, which is gonna be really cute, by the way. Like, it's super cute. It's, like, Nikki being like, hey, maybe you should, like, listen to people. Like, maybe you should, like, take Tubbo advice and maybe train Tubbo in the way he wants to be trained. Because, like, at the time when, like, Nikki's giving the advice, like, Techno's like, I'm not training anyone, idiot. I'm only training him if he wants to fight. And Tubbo's like, I don't want to fight. So, Nikki's like, if you train him in the way he wants to be trained, and then once you got him hooked, then you can, like, train him to fight later. He's like, okay, maybe I'll do that. And then we get, like, cute scene with them, like, having hot chocolate over top of, like, a rooftop. So, like, cute drawing, maybe? Cute drawing? I see you, cute drawing. Right? Who would have you thought you should be listening? Who would have thought should be? Yeah. Sorry, I just really read that like 20 times. So I was like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Also, I made his hood like really like off-center because of the guitar, and I thought it was a nice touch, but no one's gonna notice it, so I'm just telling you guys right now. In case it's wondering. Are you the... Sorry, you probably are. You're the one who was like, background tip? Question mark? Right? You're the one in the comment section? I tell everyone in my comment section by their profile pic. So if you change your back profile pic, I like kind of have like a mental breakdown for a couple seconds, and then I'm like, oh wait, it's this person, and then I readjust. So you're the person who was like background tip, right? Yes. Also, I call you Rain, which is it's not right at all. Yeah. What do you want your name to be? What do you want me to call you in my head? Because I don't know what to call you, and I don't know if I can pronounce your name. I can't pronounce your name. I just looked at it. I can call you Lots. Lots. Or if you have a different one. Most of my names are really scuffed and not okay. So, well, they're fine, but, you know, you kind of understand. I hope you understand what I mean by that. Lots. Rain is good. Rain, yeah. Are you the person in the Discord called Rain? Because now if there is, then it's like two different Rains, and I'm not, Because then it'd be really confusing. Whatever. Okay. Well, I can give you a background tip if you want. We can, like, switch over. I got a couple screenshots of Dream SMP that I've been wanting to do. And it'd be quick. It's quick boys. That we can just dive into. Oh, I was also going to do color theory. I was going to do color theory. That's... Okay, so... Great. I'll just call you Rain then. Your profile picture looks like rain. So... I don't know why. It just gives me the idea. I think your name was Rain, and I think that's why. But then you changed it. I think that's correct. Don't quote me. I'm probably wrong. Gonna be honest. I make up a lot of names. One is, or the person who did let me just finish this guitar. But the person who did the the Technoblade song, like Woe the People of Order song. They follow me on Twitter, and they're like asking one day, like, oh, how do you read my name in your head? And I was like, I read your name as Shiny Shiny. I'm so sorry. And they're like, no, please continue that. That's great. So if I like miss your name and it's just blank in my head, that's probably why. Yeah. As I literally, like, the person who's like did beautiful like song was like, it's like a Pokemon name, but I just call it Shiny Shiny, and I'm like, yes, that's your name now. I'm so sorry. So yeah, okay, I got the guitar strings down. Let's see if I can like load up a different tab real fast. It won't take that long. And then I can pull in. What do you want me to doodle real fast? Let's see if we can doodle a background. It's bright! Little vampire over here, don't mind me. Change it. It's bright. Okay. Eyes are saved. Don't worry, guys. I saved your eyes. It's fine. We're good. Okay. What location do you want from the Dream SMP? What are we doing? I'll just do a quick, like, idea sketch sort of shit. And then we'll go back to Star Wars shit. What screenshot do I got? I got Nether Void because I was going to do that at some point. I think most of them I just left on Twitter because I was like, Phil's account will always be up. You only get it from Phil's account. Yep. Save pictures. Nope. This? Nope. Ooh, Nether. Do you want to do Nether Void? I've got stuff from there. Yeah. We'll just grab some of this. Pull this in. Okay. So I'll do a couple like background tips and then I'll just jump into a little background fast. So I like backgrounds a lot. And I originally like actually started doing backgrounds a lot because someone in like the gaming industry was like, there's no background designers. What the heck is happening? And I was like, oh, do I see opportunity? Sign me up. All right, so these are my two screenshots, and I was gonna do someone on the bench, but I was like, whatever. I think I decided to do the blue city thing instead. So, but all right, so. Oh, let me also grab my color study stuff that I was like thinking about. So basically the main tip for backgrounds is simplify it. And I know this is going to sound stupid. It sounds so stupid. It really does. I'm going to be honest. It sounds super stupid, man. It's really dumb. But, this is my background, the early stages of my background for the recent speed paint. It's going to sound really stupid. But you really just need to simplify it. And it's like, so like water. All right, so if this is water, right? We'll just draw a little thumbnail here. Right. So it depends on if you want like a calm ocean, right? So if we want a calm ocean, let's say we put a dock out here, because that's like most ocean drawings, right? They're most like, here's a dock, I'm cute, here's a post, aw, seagull poop, woo, yay, you know. So it's basic perspective, right? So, like, I'm assuming you know perspective, right? You put the dot and then you trace it back and you're like, yes, good. Like little street lights and fences, like that sort of thing. But yeah, you basically draw whatever you want in the foreground I just did a little dock. The trick with like water is it's literally just lines. So what I do is I just really loosely like start the lines from back here. And then as it gets closer, I spread the lines further apart until we get to the coast where, like, if this is like the beach, right? I'll do like a little like this, right? I'll just like scatter some sketches around. The thing about like backgrounds, like actual like landscape stuff, is nature is literally the furthest thing from perfect. So like if you want to do nature, you literally just have to make mistakes on the art piece. Like I promise you that's the best way to do it. If you just like don't care as much, you'll, you know, like it's so stupid, but yeah, if you don't care as much, you get like better backgrounds because like it's not perfect and you're not gonna get perfect. So the least amount of perfect you get, the more it makes it look real. And then if I'm doing like waves here, I'll do like little like, I'll do this kind of movement. So I kind of do this kind of movement with my hand. It's just like little sketches like that, but I do it really close together. And that's kind of what I do for these waves. But I kind of just let my hand go. And you get like these like kind of chaotic wave pattern, like foam patterns, right? Water is like always the easy, like the thing that everyone wants to know, right? So that's your foam. You get these like really crazy patterns. What I do for like back here, I'll do the patterns really small, but I like spread them out so they're not as close together. And then you also have to follow those like invisible line of like, here's the vanishing point, right? So tilt your hand this way when you want to draw this side, tilt your hand that way when you want to draw the other side. And then as we get further back, instead of doing like those crazy lines, I'll just shrink my brush down, or like get like a sharper pencil if I'm doing this on paper, or get like a thinner eraser, and I'll just lay in lines, like going with the flow of all the other water, right? I'll just lay in lines. They're literally, back here, it's all just lines. And then what I found to make the transition between the like horizon and the like the sky and the water for the horizon, is just take a big fat like white brush and just blur it, right? Like almost like this. Like blur it between the background and the sky. And like continue some of those lines up and continue some of those lines in the bottom. And I'll usually put that on a separate layer, like above the water and the background. And that's kind of like how to do water, like in black and white. And then of course you would just like, if you wanted to go more deep, you would just like, you would do it more like this. And then as you get further away, you just, all right, and then, but that's what I do for water. And then I stretch it across the whole thing, but yeah. And then you can just, the man-made stuff you would do more like, oh yes, this is perfect, you know, to give like that contrast. I'll also like make the lines darker. I don't know. That's for water mostly. But then if we're gonna do like the nether void or something, and water and like still water, that's, you know, that's that, you know, but you can also do like waves, but waves are more complicated. Just draw the shape of the wave you want. Like if we're doing a crashing wave, right? Draw the shape of the wave you want. And then what I found is like waves have like this kind of like molted color, like molted pattern on it. Like this. Right? And you just draw these like random shapes in here, right? And then follow the line of those shapes with your white. Right? Like little, like the lines like that we were doing here, but follow those like tiny with all the lines that you just drew. And then with the part that's reaching the surface, you do that kind of pattern, but you do it bigger, right? That's how I kind of do waves. And then I'll do like the little sprays, right? And just like look at pictures of waves if you have like no idea which way the sprays go, because sometimes it can get confusing. But that's basic water. And then you adjust it wherever you want, right? Here's my recent piece, right? Ah! It just wrecked itself. Rip. Here's my recent piece, right? Here's proof of color theory. So if you don't know what color theory is, it's basically colors just don't make sense, and I'm so sorry. Got a message. Screw that message. So this color, you would be like, oh, this is sandy color, right? But you're wrong. I'm so sorry. You're wrong. It's this gray. Let me get you this gray for you. It's a gray. It's not sand. This is the same color. Haha, I tricked you. You want this? It's also a gray. And you want to know what the best part is? It's a pink gray. Didn't see that one coming. Haha, tricked you. This is also pink. This is a pink gray too. Like all the sand color is just gray. But since it's surrounded by blue, it looks like sand. Color theory is so stupid. I'm going to be honest with you. This green, it's like a blue green. It's not really green. It's like this. It's like when you take it away from like the background, it looks like a different color. The rocks is this blue. It's not a gray. Haha, I tricked you. I don't know. I found it very interesting while I was doing it. I was like, oh, color theory. Oh, this is a brighter blue. And that's just like laying out your colors in the background first. So then when you're going to shade it, you can just like shade it in. All right. And then if we're going to do like a quick like nether void, right? Quick nether void time. What I would do is, since it's a cloud, like keep your hand very loose. Right? Keep your, like, don't worry about making mistakes. If it's natural, it should be mistakes. And then when you get to the bench, right, the bench should be very stark contrast of lines. So, right, so it's obviously man-made, right? So at least that's the thought process, right? And be like okay with like drawing, like be okay with like doing like simple shapes, like boxes, best friend. Not gonna lie, boxes are your best friend. You can just put stuff in it and it like works and you're like, wow, amazing. Right? You put a little hut in there and now it looks like an actual hut. Those are actually called an envelope, where you just like, it's like if you draw, like if I draw a head, like whenever I draw a head, I can draw an envelope around it, which is where I'm going to, you'll see me do this a lot when I draw heads, but I'll put like this envelope, like this square sort of envelope around it, where I'm going to put the head, and then I'll like subtract space from it, like I'm a sculpture artist, until I get the shape I want. But that original like idea of like the area is your envelope. It's what contains your drawing. You'll use that a lot in perspective, and that's actually an art term. So if you want to like use that in an art place and be like, I know what art is, then people will be impressed by you. They'll be like, oh, art term? You know art terms? Wow, amazing. And all the artists will be like, wow, they're not bullshitting this as much as I am. Amazing. Wow, I'll be so impressed. So, for islands, I'll put the envelope around the bottom. And then, again, just let your hand move because it's natural. And you just want to do that. I find that also, if you do like, please, right? And like background shading. Okay. So this is the void. Right. If you kind of shade like this when you're doing like thumbnail sketches for backgrounds, and then you can like shade your background. Then when you're like actually going to do like the sketch, like, and you can do this in your sketchbook. I do this mostly in my sketchbook, so I'm a little rusty on the computer. But like shade the bottom of the island like a cylinder, right? That's kind of the idea, right? If you know how to shade a cylinder, this is a terrible cylinder, right? You shade it from here, you shade it from here. This is the lightest area right here. This is your white. I don't got a white. This is your white. And then you can like shade the curve. So then it like curves, you know? And then you can put your shadow. This is totally wrong shading, but you get the idea. If you can shade the cylinder, then it's basically the same principle here, but it's just a little bit weirder. It's a lumpy cylinder for the island. And like whatever envelope like shape you use to like shade certain objects. Island, lumpy cylinder, not gonna lie. But yeah, art's just a bunch of like stupid tricks that no one teaches you. And then once you figure them out, you're like, wow, I was stupid. And it's just that. That's just art. So like, don't feel bad ever about being like, why didn't I discover this till now? Because no one talks about it. It's so stupid. It's kind of stupid sometimes. You're like, wait, why didn't no one tell me this? It's like, because we're all introverts. What do you want from us? We're all socially awkward and scared. What do you want? Yay, I'm glad it was helpful. I'm just trying to be helpful. That's why I talk about this, because I know like tons of artists just don't. Either they'll do it and they're like, I have no idea what I'm doing, or they will be too awkwardly shy. They'll be like, there's got to be a better way. It can't be, like, I can't be the way it's actually done in real life. And I'm like, but your way works. And then hands just don't exist. So everyone has their different way to draw hands. So you know what? Find your way. There's 2 billion different ways to draw hands, and none of them are correct. And it's so funny. And then like you get to a professional artist and they're like, box. And I'm like, no, that doesn't work for everyone. I'm so sorry. But then there's a lot of different tricks for everything else that actually works. And you're like, why didn't no one tell me this? But all you gotta do here is just ask. So if you're ever just like, what's happening? Why does this work? And why does this not work? It's fine. I'm always down to answer. I'm a secret teacher. I just want to be secretly a teacher. So you're fine. No one has hands in my world. No one. Hide them behind the back. Do it. Long dresses. Pockets. Pockets are best friend. Right? Like we all did the when we were little, right? At least for me, I always did like the girls, right? You have the girls with like long hair, right? I would do the hair. This is what I would do. I'd do the hair. And I do the chat. I do this, right? And then I get them long to the ground dresses, so I don't have to draw the feet. But then I would also like put the arms behind the back, so I don't have to draw the hands. We all do this. Don't lie. Don't lie. We all do stupid shit like this. Honestly, the reason like I actually know how to draw hands sometimes is because like one day I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start drawing hands, and if they look terrible, I'm gonna embrace it. And then I did that for like a whole year, and then now I'm like 50% good with hands and 50% not. I was like, I'm gonna do all the complex hand gestures I want, and if it sucks, who cares? At least my hands are better than those who aren't. That's kind of like that was my thought process. Like one day I was like, oh yes. So then I started doing hands, and now I'm like 50% accurate, 50% just, it's terrible. Please don't look. I was watching someone once, like one of the artists I used to watch, and they were like, they're just French fries in a McDonald's container. I'm like, please don't give me that image. And they're like, no, this is how I draw hands. And I'm like, God, why do you do this to me? They're like, that's how I draw it. I just think of McDonald's fries. And I'm like, please no, send help, please. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Not okay. Who else is not okay? And the whole chat's like, oh, it was great. That's a great advice. I'm like, no. No, I'm scared. Nah. Other friends of artists had said crazier things, but I was like, that's sort of not okay. Yeah, it was just they were like, see, it's the container. This was their idea, right? This is your McDonald's container. Here's fry. Here's another fry. Here's another fry. And then, of course, did it better. Here's another fry. And then you stick and then you just, a fry fell out. And I'm like, I hate you. Why is that the thing? Why have you done this? Why have you put that image in my head and now I have to think about it? They're like, that's how I draw hands. And I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, if you can, but there's actually like something to learn there. Like if you can like simplify things, like in nature especially, into things you already know how to draw, and just like change the colors or change the shading slightly, you can like draw so many other things. Like, did you know if you draw water, fabric, and mountains, they're all the same skill level, like the same skill, but you're just drawing it slightly different? That's my favorite tip, because it's all the stuff that you're like, wait, I don't suck at that. I only suck at, yeah. Like most people are like, I can draw mountains in the distance. It's like, yeah, that's basically fabric and water. People are like, no, you're kidding. You're lying. You're lying to me. I'm like, no, that's same thing right there. And you just haven't been told, and I'm so sorry. And I want to tell you so you can actually like draw stuff. Please, I'm trying to help. They're like, no, you're lying. I'm sorry. So yeah, so if you can draw like mountains in the distance, like the Bob Ross mountains, like you can you just have to adjust your brain like for a bit, and then you can draw water and fabric. Yeah, so neat trick. And then humans, right? I just draw humans, like, because that's another thing I get asked. Like, I can't draw humans. I can only draw a stick figure. I'm like, humans are literally just advanced stick figures. What are you talking about? And, like, I'm not wrong. Like, if you know, in 3rd grade, when you draw, like, human, like, you draw your family as shapes, you know? You're literally making an envelope, like, an advanced art skill, and the art teacher isn't telling you that you're like using advanced art skills, and you're just sitting there being like, dumb drawing, this looks stupid. It's like, no, it's actually really good for advanced art, but no one's telling you, and I feel sad. Because it's literally an envelope, and no one's telling you, and I'm so sorry. I feel bad for like all the 3rd graders. I'm like, no, they could be doing so much better. Please, they would all be called prodigies, which is probably not a good thing, but they would feel better, maybe they would feel better. I don't know, maybe they would feel worse. I'm not gonna lie, maybe people feel worse. I'm not judging. Maybe they just want to play video games or play sports. Yikes, sports. But yeah, whatever, you know, you do you. Not gonna judge. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of like the idea. Switching topics. Da-da-da-da. Unless, like, you want me to go back into, like, art tics. I'm good at this. I do this. I am an artist. Oh, no. So, how we feel about Ramu Angst lore later this week. Are we feeling good? Are we feeling angsty? Are we feeling scared for our minds and probably need help? Probably all of the above. Not gonna lie, you probably need all of the help ever. Rambo Angst Lore is angsty, and yeah, he's really appealing to the angst-driven teens and himself, which he's probably an angst-driven teen. Also, he was like yesterday, like during his stream, he's like, "Tubbo, can I write your lore, Tubbo?" And I was like, "Please, I love Tubbo's character. I need that so much. Tubbo's character's so good, and he's just sitting on it, and it's sad." I love Tubbo's character. I don't think it would ever be able to do anything. Needs all help. If you can, like, ask a specific question, I can answer it better, but I feel like I'm, like, going on tangents, and I'm like, no one actually wants to hear that. No one really wants to hear it. I'm just rambling. I'm a rambling revelin. We all need help. Yeah. All driven. Yeah, what do you want from me? I'm drawing a Star Wars AU just to give Techno a lightsaber so he can get captured by the Inquisitors and then get freed by Tubbo being angsty. What do you want from me? I don't know. Nothing. You want nothing. I got angst and that's it. I got a comment. So, like, the comment on the on my channel trailer right now for, like, new people, right? It's the "Why do we trust Phil" one. For the longest time, the pinned comment on there was just period, more angst. And I was like, yes, this person understands. But then Roach said, "This is Roach approved," and I was like, God damn it, this has got to be top comment. Listen, it was Roach approved. You can't be like Roach approved and then not pin that. I mean, it's Roach approved. What are you gonna do? It sounds like, what the heck are you talking about? That was stupid. Let's see. Wait, how would that work? I just forgot how straps work. Okay. Yeah. Ponk is still Syndicate member. Yep, I said that at beginning of stream. People know. If Ponk is not Syndicate member, what was I doing? I said if Ponk is, I'm like betting against you guys. Like, if Ponk isn't Syndicate member, I will draw Ponk as Syndicate member. I don't know if anyone wants that, but I am. He's the secret one. It's not Quackity. It's not Foolish. It's not Hannah. It's not Callahan. It's Ponk. You can't convince me otherwise. If it's not him, I'm drawing him as Syndicate member anyways. Right? I think that was the thing. I'll have to check back on the last live stream. Earlier live stream. I don't think it was last. Oh, we can talk about Wilbur's arc in this. So, right? So I'm doing Wilbur, right? This is a Wilbur boy, right? Wilbur and Tommy are chilling with each other. Wilbur knows, like, in my head, like, Wilbur knows, like, everyone. And, like, and he's, like, trying to, like, at first, like, Tommy is, like, trying to, like, learn from Techno, but, like, as story goes on, he's trying to learn from Wilbur. So, like, Tommy starts, like, learning everyone and, like, actually becomes, like, the info people. Like, he, like, at first, like, Wilbur's the person that, like, everyone goes for, like, more info. Like, hey, Wilbur, like, we need to make friends here. Or we need people, do you know anyone in this sector? And, like, Wilbur's like, yeah, I got you, fam. But, like, as the story goes on, I want to, like, rotate it so, like, Tommy starts knowing everyone in each sector. And he's, like, the info kiddo, and he knows everyone. He gets all the connections. I think that'd be fun to rotate, too. And then Wilbur can do more chaotic bard shit. Chaotic bard, let's go! Honestly, like, I imagine, like, playing a D&D character, but as this, like, Wilbur space bard, and I think that'd be so fun. I don't know what school he would be part of, but I feel like whatever it is, it's just, like, the best thing ever. It's like Wilbur Bard, but also Troublemaker, and we'll get into every fight possible. Sign me up. I don't know if we're going a whole, like, the normal Bard route of find dragon, have baby with dragon, because I have intense charm levels, but I think it'd be fun to do, like, everything else. Why is that the normal Bard path? If you're a Bard and you have intense charm levels, what do? You find a dragon and you have it, baby. Oh god, it's so dumb. But why is that just D&D in a nutshell? My friend was playing D&D, and he was like, I think he got left in a jail cell. Like, they haven't, like, returned to that game. But, like, he basically didn't even fight. He just charmed everyone into, like, oblivion. And finally, like, one time, like, he got a nat 1 on a charm check against, like, a guard. And they threw him in prison, and the party just left him. And, they haven't been back to that campaign since. And I'm like, oh, you're in prison, man. He's like, I'm gonna charm my way out. I still got my charm on me. And I'm like, oh, no. He's like, I only flirt. That is my only purpose in life. And I'm like, oh, no. Please. I'm like, no. But honestly, understandable if he literally had magical powers. That's all he would do. He'd be like, no fighting, just flirting. And I'm like, please. If he was really a bard. So I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Kind of makes sense, not gonna lie. Okay. Do. Why do I want to scream? What else can we talk about? There's many of things. I want to do more OC work, but I can't, like, motivate myself. I'm struggling to motivate myself to do OC work, which is probably not the best thing to do. But it's happening, and I did do a speed paint of one of my villain, right? But I'm not gonna post it unless I, like, need it. I haven't actually edited that speed paint. I probably should, in case I can't post one day, then I can just, like, take the file. If a tree falls on a power line and I can't access the internet, I can go to Barnes and Noble and be like, and just, like, take the file from, like, my flash drive and then just go over and be like, time to upload video, in case, like, my power goes out and I can't actually upload one day, like, 1 week. Then I'll have, like, a spare and I don't have to worry about it. Should probably do that. I already have a song picked out and everything, and I'm not doing, like, crazy voice lines. I kind of wanted to do a storyboard for it, but this takes too much time, man. Don't got time to do that and Star Wars AU. Oh, also, when lore comes back, Star Wars AU is probably going to disappear for a bit while I, like, try to catch with the lore. Because, you know, gotta gain that clout. We do the clout thing. Yeah. So, if, like, Star Wars stuff disappears for a bit, that's why. Honestly, it probably will, like, I'll probably do, like, a live stream when Bad Batch comes out and do, like, a piece on Bad Batch or something. Or probably I just draw Obi-Wan. Honestly, if Bad Batch comes out, I'll probably just draw Obi-Wan for, like, a day, and I'll be like, yep, that's it, okay, send you. And it'll be like, and everyone will be like, Obi-Wan is just not in the show. What are you talking about? what are you talking about? And I'm like, but hear me out. Obi-Wan, best character. And they're like, no, please. Please, no. Please. But yeah. So, we'll see how that works out. That's May 1st. And we're gonna get a 3-hour episode for, like, Bad Batch, so. So I'm probably just gonna, like, insert all of my Star Wars fandom, like, wants into the Minecraft fandom. And I'm so sorry, but I'm not going back to that fandom. You can't force me. I'll never go back. I don't want to be canceled by the creators again. Please. I hate that's how I remember the Star Wars fandom is I just get canceled by creator ? And they're like, yes. Die, sexist. And I'm like, I'm literally a woman. What are you talking about? What the fuck is happening? Star Wars fandom is just getting canceled by its creators, and it's so stupid. I was like, that's why, like, after comics and Star Wars fandom, I was like, any cancellation, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm not being canceled by the creators of the medium. The fandom isn't being canceled by the creators, so we're good. And I'm like, oh no. So that's just how it is, man. Let's see, draw this out. What else? Oh, so I'm looking at housing for college, right? So I'm going in the fall, and they got housing for college, right? And you might be wondering, PAX, what are you talking about? I thought you were in college. And I was like, nah, no, man. Or you don't know I'm in college. Or you think I'm a little high schooler. And you're like, wait, you're in college? What the heck are you talking about? How can you do speed paint so much? The answer is I took a gap because me and online school hate each other with a burning passion. And I don't know how else to explain it to you. But so I'm taking a break because cannot fucking stupid online school. Hate them. Hate online school. Burning passion. Would start war with if I could. If I could, I would start war with online school. Anyways, right? So that's my relationship. But I'm going back in the fall. So we had to pick housing, right? And since I took freshman classes already, I can't, like, go into freshman dorms. Yeah, college pogue. So, like, I can't go into freshman dorm because I took, like, one semester of freshman classes before I, like, realized, oh, hey, online sucks. Maybe shouldn't do it. Maybe because I'm, failing one of my courses because of online. Maybe I should just not do this. And they're like, well, we'll let you have one free retake. And I'm like, wow, I'm just gonna take a gap year so I don't have to, like, pay for any more classes because I get one free retake and I've already used it. I'm gonna use it on English because I failed it. Like 0. Like, it was bad. It was bad. But if you want to know how bad it was, the Blood God speed paint I did, I literally, like, the night everything was due, right, for the English class, I knew I was already failing, and I knew I probably wasn't gonna, like, succeed, and it was only, like, 5 hours left, so then I was like, screw it, and I sat down and I started that piece. I went, like, 3 hours until, like, the session closed, and I couldn't, like, submit anything else into the English class. But the whole time, like, those 3 hours, I was just doing the speed paint, the Blood God speed paint. I was like, yeah, screw it, I'm gonna fail this anyways. So, it's not the best method, not gonna lie, but I was just so done. I just wanted to do art. But yeah, so the colleges, like the rooming and everything, like I can't go into a freshman room because I already took freshman classes. And they want to reserve that for like freshmen, which makes sense, I understand, but like, yeah. But we were picking housing yesterday, and like it's not confirmed, of course, like I still have to like get into the lottery and everything, but we picked like a room that I might like I'm probably gonna like, and it has a desk, and the other two had like drafting tables, and if you like yeah but the other two had like drafting tables, and I have a PC. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think a drafting table versus a PC would be a good idea. So I'm really hoping that I get the desk, because I feel like the PC would work better with the desk than the drafting table. The drafting table's the thing where like it's that table that like people use, right? That like goes like this, that can like raise, right? It has like a little support here, and it can be like flat or it raises, and it has like a stool, or it can be like flat. And I feel like it just wouldn't support a computer. I don't know why. I feel like it just wouldn't. So, and I don't have a laptop because laptop died a couple of years ago, and I'm just using it as a power supply when the trees hit the power line now. So, yeah. That's why I can't use my laptop for like chat and everything. And I explained a lot of this in like my test stream yesterday, but I deleted that. So, so yeah, that's where we're at. Also, I think I would have like me and the roommates would be 4 people in like an apartment sized room. So who knows? We'll see where everything lands, right? That's how it is, right? You just gotta wait and see. Hope for the best. I also have no idea who everyone is going into it, because like I don't know if it's upperclassmen or people that were held or people who took a gap. It might be like a mix of people. But yeah. We'll see. It'd be fine. It will probably be fine. Don't get too stressed about it. Future me can worry about it. Current me, all I got is Star Wars AU. That's all that matters. That's the mindset. Don't worry about it. Future me will worry about it. It's probably not the best mindset, but whatever. Here. That's complicated. Yeah. I also have to pick classes, but like I can only pick from like the rejected freshman classes, so it's probably not going to be good. We were looking at some of it, and it's either like 8 p.m. at night or 8 a.m. And I'm like, both of those times kind of suck, not gonna lie. I'll probably do the p.m. Honestly, I am not waking. A whole year of quarantine and waking up like not at 8 is not gonna do good for me for waking up at 8. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That is not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. Like, the earliest I've been waking up during like quarantine has been like 9. Right? So like now it's like, okay, wake up at 7. I'm like, and like not even 7, like 6:30. I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. Right? Because you can't just be like, wake up when the class starts. You have to wake up like a while before, so you can actually make your brain move before you hit class. Right? Like, that's kind of like the idea. It's like, you gotta make your brain move before you hit class, or you're just not gonna do class. So I'm like, yeah, no, we're gonna go for the 8, and I'll just, stay in building till the bus arrives to pick me up. Because it's, like, my school's kind of, like, in a city. So, you gotta watch out for creeps. You don't want any creeps. The creeps are weird. Weird creeps. Awful creeps. Get them out of here. But you know what's good about it? It's like, I'll have a separate room. All the options, I'll have a separate room. So I'll still be able to, like, stream without getting, like, weird looks. So streams will still happen. And that's really cool. I didn't think streams were gonna, like, I wanted streams to still happen, but I didn't know if it, like, actually would. I was really scared that they actually weren't. I was like, no, I need them. I need to talk to chat. I love them. I love chat. I love streams. Please don't take that from me. And they're like, no, you can have stream. We'll give you free stream. And I'm like, oh, thank God. I want this to be blue. But yeah. So, like, this time I can, like, stream in a room and, like, close it off. And then no one has to bother me. And then if, like, my roommates are a mess, then I screw them. I'm just streaming anyways. Yeah. But yeah, no, you get... The speed paints in the videos each week might, like, slow down, but I'm still gonna stream. So, just, like, be prepared for that. I'm gonna go all the way through the summer, right? Like, I don't actually start college until, like, September. So you're gonna have, like, weekly stuff all the way up until then. But, like, after that, I have no clue. I don't know. College comes first, of course, because I pay for that, and I don't pay for streaming. I'm so sorry. But, right? But, I still, like, or, I pay for college, I don't pay for, like, making videos, right? So, college come first, of course, and then, because I have a lot of money, and I'm going in debt and everything, shit. And then, but I still will stream because I really like it, and I love you, and it just won't be as many videos, probably. It's probably be, instead of, like, once a week, it's, like, every 2 weeks. Which isn't bad, but, like, it might be an adjustment. Yeah. I think that looks pretty good. I just talked through the whole thing there. I'm gonna actually leave this color palette in here when I finish it, because I was, like, doing techno stuff, and I was like, it's so annoying to, like, color pick from his body. From the... That sounds weird. From this, like, thing. It's so weird to color pick from here. Like, I actually might, like, add a color palette, like, up here, because I really need it. But, yeah. Yeah. So we're probably gonna leave this color palette down here. But you know what I do need to do? I need to change this. There we go. That's the right hair color. And then we can do some more line. Yeah. Inkle. Just read the message. But yeah, I've been thinking about college a lot recently, so I figured I'd share some of it. Not this song, though. Ew, get this song out of here. Awful. Awful song. Get that out of here. I do want to, like, do more gaming streams. That's the wrong eye. I just gave Wilbur Phil's eye. What am I doing with my life? Wilbur gets more, like, cat-like eyes. He gets, like, rounded cat eyes. Tip! And this is more my style, and like you can change it, and I know a lot of like cartoonists do this, but like the eye shape, mine is less exaggerated, but the eye shape gives like tons of personality. Eyes and eyebrow shape, like if you want like someone to have more personality in their face, like without you actually putting personality in their face, like shape their eyes and eyebrows like that. So like I want, like Wilbur's more unpredictable in my eyes, right? So I shape him more like he's stable, so he's like, so this is like shape language, right? So like if you know shape language, square is like stable, circle is soft boy, triangle, these are really basic things, but triangle is unpredictable or evil, right? It's unpredictable. It's more unpredictable, like you don't know what it's doing, it's just chilling there. So I give Wilbur like a mix between like circle and triangle. And then Phil, I do triangle and square. Techno, I do triangle and square. I think I lean more square for Techno and more triangle for Philza. And then like you'll see Tubbo. A lot of Tubbo drawings, he'll be like circle. That's because he's soft boy, or it's like an innocent shape. You see circle, you think innocent, which honestly he probably should be more triangle, but yeah, no one's correcting their Tubbo design, so that's probably not gonna happen. And like Rambu, like he's more stable in Tubbo and his like relationship with each other, like not like romantic, but like just relationship, like friend relationship in general. Like their characters are more like Rambo's more, he's still like unpredictable as shit, but like his personality is more like stable, but like all the stuff that's happening with him is more unpredictable, but like his like emotions or not emotions, like his outlook on life is more like stable, so you'll usually see him like a long square. Tommy, you'll see as triangles because he's so unpredictable. He's like chaotic child triangle, you know. Mini tips. Also, if you like anything, like part of someone's style, or just like a show, or like a or like a piece or something, always like find out, like look at it and be like, okay, what do I like about it? And, like, this sounds stupid. This sounds like I'm like giving you like a teacher lecture. And I'm not grading you, I promise. But look at it and be like, what do I like about it? What do I not like about it? What can I adjust from it, like, to my style? Like, what's not an easy, like, ship? Like, I like how this person does eyes, but what if I adjusted it like this? Like, that's, like, you kind of want to do that with art. That's kind of, like, how you find your style. It's, like, you're not, like, because your style is, like, a collection of your personality, but you're showing it to the world. So if you look at people's styles, it usually can, like, reflect something within them. Like, you can usually tell like a higher level of perfectionism from someone's style. So if, like, you see someone that has really clean lines, they'll usually be, like, really, like, perfectionism. Like always kind of wants to do the right thing and everything. And, like, you can see, like, certain, like, personality traits come through just with, like, art style. That's why, like, when I'm introducing myself to fellow artists, instead of, like, being like, hi, I do this and I do that, I kind of just, like, I'm like, here's my art, and they'll be like, oh, yes, I understand, and they don't understand what they're understanding, of course, but they understand, you know? That's really bad way to, art's really bad way to explain anything. every time you explain art, you're like, what is happening in my life? And everyone's like, I don't know. I don't know. You're like, yeah, you're right. You feel that. Does my... Oh, no! God, you really did that in. Your style is in early development, but what you do with your, what you do with, your... And I think this is with any medium, but what you really do with your, like, your sketches with, like, you put the shadows on this side and then your light on the other side, shows, like, you have, in my eyes, it shows that you have, concept of form, and that's really interesting. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think you had, like, you knew exactly concept of form, but how you're sketching shows that you understand concept of form. And was like, so that immediately, like, ranks you up in my brain. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Does that sound mean? Well, yikes, it might sound mean. But how you shade, like, where the shadows and lights go, and then you leave the neutrals alone until later, which is more like form sort of thought process than, So I would say you're more interested in, like, if I had to, like, take a random guess, right? And this might be completely wrong because I don't know enough about you to do, like, anything crazy, right? But I'd say you're probably more observant and you're probably more fascinated with, like, crazy light sources. Like, you probably like deeper shadows and deeper light sources a lot more. So, like, maybe this is gonna go way off deep end, right? Maybe I'd say you like the this sounds... I'm, like, analyzing you from a couple sketches I saw. I win. I say it's more like you really like the idea of, like, you like mood lighting. You're really interested in mood lighting, so you like deeper moods, and, like, you're probably more emotional, I feel. This is really off topic, but, like, if I had to, like, really quickly judge you, like, just based off your art style, which sounds really bad, but if I had to quickly, like, judge your personality off your art style, I would be like, oh, you're really, you, like, show, like, you either like studying emotion, something with emotions, something about you is connected to emotions. So, how did you know? It's because, like, if you look at media, right? So, and, like, I'm not saying just, like, human has emotions, you must be connected to emotions, right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you're probably more emotional, or you're more interested in emotions and how to portray emotions and stuff. Just because the lighting and everything, and, like, mood light and, like, lighting like that is, like, you're interested in the forms more than, like, the details. Like, people that are interested in more the details will draw mostly the details first, right? And they'll be more cut dry, right? They're like, I want to do this step, and then I will do this step, and I will do this step. They're more, like, procedural like that. This is just me, like, studying, like, I like studying people and their behaviors, so this is why I probably, if I didn't suck at English, I would go into, like, psychological stuff. Psychology, whatever. You get the idea. Yeah. So, yeah. And then, like, it gets hard. Like, you can't tell people's age by their art. You can just tell how, like, and you can't even tell, like, how long they've been drawing either. It's just personality, and it's like really loose too. Like it might just completely be wrong. Like I really like texture, and I think that's mostly because I'm a very like tactile person. So like seeing texture in my art makes me like makes the my brain go burr, right? And then I'm just really loose. I don't really care. So I don't like how I interpreted that is like, and like people will probably have better interpretations of that, of course. But for me, it's like I'm less strict with myself. Like I still like follow a general plan, but I more deal with like not absolutes. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, that sounds weird. It sounds weird. I don't like that how that came out, but I hope that kind of makes sense of what I'm trying to do. Like I kind of go with the flow more than like I use the example is like if my friend came by in they have a bug car, right? If my best friend came by in their bug car, honked their horn 3 times, and said, "Get in the car, we're leaving," I would just hop in the car. I'd be like, I don't know where we're going or what we're doing or when I'm gonna be home, but yeah, sure, let's go. Like that's just how I am. And I think that like my art style sort of like reflects that a bit. Like I'm kind of like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And then later I'll be like, wait, what am I doing? What's happening? And that's kind of just knowing yourself too. Like if you want to get better at art, just know yourself. And I know that's hard and that sounds stupid too. This sounds stupid, real stupid. But learn about yourself. Maybe like daydream sometimes. Maybe question your existence. No, please don't go into a crisis. Please stop. Please don't go into crisis mode. I'm sorry. Please come back. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. But like learn about yourself. Like something I like to do is I like to put my fingers across like the lower part of like basically my arm, right? And I move my other hand. So like if this is my hand, right? I was doing it and I was like, wait, no one can see this. So like this is my hand, right? Right, that's my hand. And there's my arm, right? I'll put my other hand here and I'll put my fingers here and I'll move each of these fingers and try to find where the muscle is. And that's kind of like, I was like, ooh, if I move, I think it's this finger. Like how far can I feel the muscles moving up my arm? Is just do some stupid stuff like that where people will be like, what are you doing? You'll be like, shh, don't question me, I'm an artist. Alright? Like learn. Like if you put your arm, like your hand on your back, right? Put your other hand on your back and you I think it's trying to find it. There's something where if you put your hand on your shoulder blade and you move one of your fingers, you can feel it. Like if you, if you put your hand on your shoulder blade and you move one of your fingers a certain way, like maybe you like move your hand into a fist, you can feel it on your back, and it kind of just gives the idea of like, oh shoot, that kind of like once I figured out that like your body connects to each other. Like you always know it, right? But as soon as you're feeling it or you're discovering it with like motions, you're like, oh, poses work like that? Shit, I didn't know. So yeah, that's kind of like the idea there. Okay. Hair time. Fluffy hair. Yeah. How did I do fluffy hair? I did the around the horn. Okay. Fluffy hair time. But yeah, it's kind of the idea I kind of go with. That's why like everyone's art style is so different. It's because everyone's kind of just chilling with their own personality. That's why like you don't really need to find your art style, it will just come to you. Like as long as like you keep moving forward and like adjusting your personality, or like not even adjusting, but like just moving forward in life, right? Your art style will come to you. Don't worry about it. And it's not like you always have it. It's just, do you have the skills to produce it? That's when you just need to worry about like getting like, you just need to worry about like art skills and like learning how to draw mountains better, or learning how to draw this better, or studying other people's art, you know. This is where that comes in. And your art style will come as you go, but like that's not the do-all end-all. Like, you don't make it when you get your art style. Like, I'm so sorry. It's not how it works. Like a master artist once you get your art style. Because I promise you, my art style has changed a lot in like in a year. So your art style is going to change as you change. So don't be like, this is my art style. Also, consistent art styles are a myth, and you can't tell me otherwise. What are you talking about? You know? Also, like, if you're going into, like, animation, you don't actually want a consistent art style. You just want to be able to copy a consistent art style. Which is kind of stupid, but it's true. Yeah. Oh, I've also started putting timestamps on all my live streams. I'm switching topics completely. Don't mind me. But I've started putting timestamps on all my live streams, so you can go back and, like, it's got, like, general topic stuff, right? So, like, you can go back and be like, where's that Dream where does Pac start talking about Dream SMP theories? You can go back and be like, oh, here! Because I chapter labeled them, right? I thought they might be helpful if you were like, oh, when did they talk about this? When's the updates? Because I try to, like, write, like, list the updates of, like, what I'm doing the next week somewhere in the video. So if you want to go back and check those are always there. In all the other past live streams. And this one will have it too. I'll probably give it a couple hours because I just need to calm down from, like, actually live streaming. But it will be up soon. Also with the saddest one, right? The saddest one, that's going to be up forever. That's public forever. I don't think it pops up when you search because it's technically a live stream, and I probably should have converted it to, like, a video and then re-uploaded it. But it already has 100 views. So I don't know if I'm going to, like, convert it to a video and re-upload it and maybe edit it down or not. But it already has 100 views, and that's pretty good for me. So maybe I'll just keep it. But that has timestamps in it too. Most of it's just analysis, right? But in the middle of it, it's like ghost birth theory. And then back to analysis. But you can just skip to analysis and then go through it. If you want any other, like, timestamps, just, like, put it in the comments of any of those live streams. I'll add them in. If you're like, this was a moment, then I was like, yes, please. Where does this horde go? This horde goes here. So, that's just interesting. I think I'm gonna end it soon because I think I've been going for like 2 hours. But look out for a live stream later this week because I want to stream Shelter. Shelter seems fun. Also, might stream if, like, big lore comes up, might just stream a speed paint. And be done with it. Also, like, always open for art tips if you're ever like, art tip time! Been trying to art, can't art, help art, please. And I'll be like, Okay, here, let me see if I can help you here. What do you need? Do you need a human? Do you need a animal? Do you need a... What do you want? And they're like, yes, please, I need to draw... And then you list, like, a fish. And I'm like, that's the one animal I can't draw. Why have you done this to me? Please. My fishes still look like this. Right? My fishes still look like this. Fish! Right. I can't fish. What are you talking about? Fuck. Ah! Okay. Photoshop just crashed. Whoop-de-doo. That means we're ending, because I was going to end anyways. Yeah. I think it was a good stream. I think that was good. That was good stream, right? Discord the Discord link should work. It should work. Praying it works. I updated it today, so that should be fun. Yeah, about 2 hours. That's good. That's a good time frame. Got a lot done. Do not know what that means, and I am kind of concerned it's in a different language that I don't even know. Nemo? Oh. How did you get a... Okay, whatever. Yeah, so see ya. Discord's open. Just chat. Chill times in there. And yeah. That's concerning that the chat wasn't on the whole time. Okay, I'll fix that. Probably, maybe, probably not. Oh no. I'll try to get multi-stream working. And see y'all.